It was painted as the day when Rahul Gandhi would be formally announced as Congress Party's Prime Ministerial candidate for 2014. But 24 hours before the AICC session, Sonia Gandhi stealing the thunder and pouring cold water over this speculation that there would be a formal announcement, therefore reducing the AICC session to a mere gathering just going through the motions.
But Sonia's announcement also brought to the fore a sinking feeling among congressmen that perhaps the party is not so confident about its prospects in the 2014 Lok Sabha polls. While the Congress cited tradition, the BJP cited future protection of Rahul Gandhi as the real reason for not announcing him. So what is the real reason for not announcing the Gandhi sign as the party's prime ministerial candidate? Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Politics First, Tradition or Trepidation.
कांग्रेस पार्टी एक सोच है, ये सोच हमारे दिल में है। 9 सिलेंडर से बात नहीं बन रही है। प्रधानमंत्री जी 12 सिलेंडर चाहिए हमें। Every single person in this country needs to know what is going on in his government.
I personally feel that what our government has done as far as this ordinance is concerned is wrong. Thank you.
There clearly seemed to be a sense of urgency ever since he threatened to discard the ordinance that sought to save criminal politicians. Even a big rout in the fourth stage did not deter the sign. Instead, he chose to adopt measures that political debutants in the national capital chose to. Rahul Gandhi sought to be among the people, wanting to bring about a new era in Congress politics.
Let me do my work now, come on.
So evidently there was a lot of hype after he gave an interview to a Hindi daily, which set off the ball rolling. Was he ready to be anointed the prime ministerial candidate for 2014? Many in his own party seem to think so.
जहां तक श्री राहुल गांधी जी का सवाल है, हम निरंतर लगातार बराबर ये बात कह चुके हैं कि वो कांग्रेस पार्टी के प्राकृतिक नेता हैं। हम ये चाहेंगे कि 2014 का लोकसभा चुनाव हम उनके नेतृत्व में लड़ें, पर किस व्यक्ति को क्या जिम्मेदारी देनी है, ये एक सामरिक फैसला है और ये फैसला माननीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्षा जी अपने विवेक से सब लोगों के साथ सलाह करके करती हैं।
A lot of expectations that Mr. Rahul Gandhi's name would be announced. What is your hope, sir?
Well, I certainly hope that it will be so, and I certainly believe that not only in terms of leadership of the Congress Party, but I really believe that what he represents in terms of his morals, values, commitment, his dedication, and his vision for India going forward is what India requires at this point of time.
But a twist was definitely in store, with the party president rejecting several calls made within the party to name Rahul the PM candidate.
राहुल के बारे में निर्णय कल CWC मीटिंग में लिया है और वो फाइनल है.
Though he was made the poll panel chief, the principal opposition party pounced on the occasion, claiming that the Congress party is attempting to shield Rahul from an imminent loss in the upcoming polls.
That in all the comparisons, Rahul Gandhi does not figure at all as far as Narendra Modi is concerned. Survey after survey has recognized this. Therefore, this declaration only to lead the campaign is nothing but a recognition of the reality. And secondly, they know that the Congress is not going to come to power.
He's taken strong positions like tearing up the ordinance and then subsequently kind of, backtrack from that and, apologize. So we really don't know what Rahul Gandhi is, what he stands for, what he's capable of, and, what are his talents. He needs to engage in a much more consistent manner with the discourse of the day and with his own party, really, for us to be able to judge him as a political leader. So I think that we need to reserve, at least I would like to reserve my judgment on Rahul Gandhi, at the moment, because I really cannot say what Rahul Gandhi is all about.
The restlessness of the Congress party was visible during the big Congress meet, where the announcement was expected to be made. Rahul once again taking center stage to assuage his supporters on the decision.
Decisions that were once in the hands of few people, 3-4 people, government officials, are today in the hands of all our people. Nobody can refuse a poor man when he goes and asks for a job. Nobody can refuse a poor man when he goes and asks for the right to food. Nobody can ask any Indian, nobody can stop any Indian if he asks a question of his government. This is what the Congress Party and the UPA has done over the last 10 years.
But what followed was a high-octane, super-aggressive speech, which may have been a strategy to downplay questions over him ducking the PM nomination.
We do not respond by turning people against one another. We do not respond by lighting the fires of communal hatred. No, we do not respond by proposing either that the structures of democracy be handed over to one man or that they be viciously destroyed. The Congress Party responds through peaceful, democratic, and constitutional means. We respond from the soul of the values that built this great nation. It is interesting to see that the response of the opposition to all this democracy is to go in the exact opposite direction. India and the Congress Party are going there, and the opposition is going there.
But Rahul eventually taking the help of the constitution to defend his party's decision.
अब बात आई प्रधानमंत्री की, मैं बोलना चाहता हूं। देखिए, अब बात आई प्रधानमंत्री की। आजकल अखबारों में सब कुछ होता है, मगर अगर आप हिंदुस्तान का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ेंगे तो हिंदुस्तान के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लिखा है कि प्रधानमंत्री को मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट चुनते हैं। प्रधानमंत्री को मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट चुनते हैं, ये हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लिखा है। ये लोकतांत्रिक पार्टी है और हम डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टी हैं और हम डेमोक्रेटिक काम करते हैं। चुनाव में हम लड़ाई लड़ेंगे और आप देखना युवाओं को चुनाव होगा और हम चुनाव जीत के दिखाएंगे। मगर कांग्रेस पार्टी के प्रधानमंत्री को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के मुताबिक हमारे मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट चुनेंगे।
What followed was a fierce war of words between the Congress and the BJP. BJP claiming Congress did not want a direct face-off with Modi, while Congress rubbishing the charges.
I think it's a good thing. We must experiment and we must move forward. Whatever we think we have become weak on, his idea is that we must improve upon that. Right. Our ideology remains the same commitment to the country and unity and integrity of the country, but we have to change with the times, and this is what his message.
BJP can say anything, BJP doesn't believe in constitution and democratic values. So they can say anything. We are not scared of any Modi, Lodi or anyone. We are willing to face everyone.
You're not scared of losing the elections. That is another perspective that in case of a loss, if he announces prime minister,
elections are fought. Today, what he has done, he has enthused the workers that you should fight it out. It's a battle. You should go like a warrior. So you'll go like a warrior and will win the election.
I can understand his irritation because he has nothing better to offer. Therefore, he is only to complain against us. Because Rahul Gandhi has nothing to sell for himself in spite of hiring a big ad agency. Therefore, this irritation at us. But the people of the country know everything. Mr. Rahul Gandhi does not know the history or culture of India. Indian democracy, Indian culture is always accommodating. When we say Congress Mukt Bharat, we say India deserves better. We say free India from the corruption, misrule, malgovernance, price rise, inflation and deep sense of insecurity of Indians, which is the only legacy of Rahul Gandhi, Manmohan Singh and Sonia Gandhi. When we say that, we mean that.
Had Rahul Gandhi been anointed today here at Talkatora, it would have spelled the culmination of one entire chapter in his political journey. A journey which began in 2004 when he contested the Amethi election. A journey which has seen his Congress party in power pretty much throughout his career as a parliamentarian. A journey in which he's raised the issue of Dalits, the issue of land reform, the issue of food security and now the issue of corruption. But even after a decade in politics, Rahul Gandhi remains an enigma. So what does Rahul Gandhi and his politics stand for?
Rahul's symbolism in politics has always been a matter of criticism. His stay at a Dalit woman's house, his activism in Bhatta Parsol, and his famous Kalavati speech has drawn flack from political opponents and observers alike.
Rahul's Aam Aadmi interventions have somehow smacked of, symbolism or have been so stylized that I am not sure that they carry very much weight with people, He is guarded by the SPG and he has a very sort of security curtain around him. It's very difficult for him to break that curtain and reach out to people the way we expect our political leaders in a democratic republic to do. So, Rahul has that handicap.
Criticism or not, Rahul Gandhi has stepped up a gear on populism. In what was his most aggressive political speech so far, Rahul was at his populist best addressing his party workers at the summit.
मगर एक और बात है जो मैं प्रधानमंत्री से कहना चाहता हूं, मैं जानता हूं कि ये बात आपके दिलों में है और इस देश की महिलाओं के दिलों में है। आप जानते हो किस चीज की बात कर रहा हूं। प्रधानमंत्री जी, 9 सिलेंडर से बात नहीं बन रही है। प्रधानमंत्री जी, 12 सिलेंडर चाहिए हमें 12 सिलेंडर चाहिए, कांग्रेस पार्टी को 12 सिलेंडर चाहिए, हिंदुस्तान की महिलाओं को 12 सिलेंडर चाहिए। मैं विपक्षियों से कह रहा हूं।
Rahul even answered his political rivals in style, launching a full frontal attack on BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party.
आपके जो ऑपोजिशन के लोग हैं, ये जो भी बोलना चाहते हैं बोलते हैं। ये ऐसे लोग हैं भैया, ये ऐसे लोग हैं, इनकी मार्केटिंग बहुत बढ़िया है, बहुत बढ़िया मार्केटिंग है, चमक है, गाना है, नाच है, सब कुछ है। ये ऐसे लोग हैं भैया, ये ऐसे लोग हैं, ये गंजों को कंगे बेच डालेंगे। ठीक है, अब नए लोग आए हैं। नहीं, सुनो, अब नए लोग आए हैं। अब वो पहले वाले भैया गंजों को कंगे बेचते थे, अब नए लोग आए हैं। इन्होंने हेयर कट शुरू कर दिए। ये गंजों को हेयर कट दे रहे हैं, बाल बना रहे हैं, गंजों को हेयर कट दे रहे हैं, कह रहे भैया आइए हेयर कट लाएंगे। देखिए, इनके बातों में मत आइए। आप सच्चाई की बात करिए, आप इन लोगों की बात करिए। हमने आपको औजार दिए हैं, हथियार दिए हैं। क्या हथियार हैं? RTI, लोकपाल बिल है, भोजन का अधिकार है, नरेगा है।
Coming up on politics first, tracing the baby steps of Rahul the politician and how his family's legacy weighs heavily on him before the big 2014 fight.
Rahul Gandhi was born into India's first family of politics, with many believing that he had little choice in deciding where his final destiny lies. There was no doubt that Rahul Gandhi would one day become the latest member of the Gandhi family to head the Congress. However, Rahul, like his father Rajiv, is a reluctant politician, believing more in processes than power.
In the aftermath of Rajiv Gandhi's assassination by an LTT suicide bomber, a young Rahul Gandhi was seen publicly for the first time at the funeral of his father. The political spotlight had already fallen on Rahul. There was no doubt that he would lead the party one day.
beginning of both Sanjay Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi, there used to be coterie, there used to be all sorts of allegations. There were a lot of reports of this, interference, they acting as extra constitutional authorities. Right. In this time around, if you see Rahul's career and the kind of, UP has been there are no such charges or allegations are there. So that is one thing that, if you're not bad, then you are a good person.
Now Rahul Gandhi is heavily borrowing from his father's legacy, claiming to open a new route for India.
India is an old country, but a young nation. And like the young everywhere, we are impatient. I am young, and I too have a dream. I dream of an India strong, independent, self-reliant, and on the front rank of the nations of the world in the service of mankind. I am committed to realizing that dream through dedication, hard work, and the collective determination of our people.
कई साल पहले राजीव जी ने और यहाँ जो हमारे बुजुर्ग कार्यकर्ता बैठे हैं, जो दिख रहे हैं, आपने देश को 21वीं सदी में ले जाने की बात कही थी और उसकी नींव आपने रखी थी। अब वही राजीव जी ने रखी थी और आपने रखी थी। अब वही काम हमें कांग्रेस पार्टी में करना है। कांग्रेस पार्टी को 21वीं सदी में पहुंचाना है। 21वीं सदी में पहुंचाने का मतलब क्या है? यहां जो कार्यकर्ता बैठा है, जो खून पसीना देता है, आपसे मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं, 21वीं सदी में पहुंचाने का मतलब क्या है कि जो आपकी आवाज है वो पार्टी में अच्छी तरह जोरों से सुनाई दे।
The principal opposition party targeting Rahul, claiming to seek an end to the dynastic politics in the country.
I think they sound sensible because in the next election, Congress is going to be routed. And if I recall the day when Mr. Rahul Gandhi was anointed as a vice president of the party, there was a tom-tomming that this gentleman would take over as the prime minister. Mr. Manmohan Singh has quit. He has given a farewell speech. There is no prime ministerial candidate, and whatever is happening in the conclave today or whatever political process is Congress party is planning not for 2014 Lok Sabha elections. They are planning for 2019 or maybe 24 or maybe 2029.
I've been saying this for a long time. They are expert in spreading rumors. They are experts in telling lies 100 times and make it appear as a truth. What is Gujarat model of development? Let us debate one day. Let Arnab debate with the best of the BJP people on the issue of development of Gujarat, and I would come and debate on that. Any indicator, development indicator in this country, Gujarat is not on the top.
Even as Rahul claims to have won the hearts of his party workers, danger looms in his backyard. The Aam Aadmi Party wanting to send a strong message by bringing an end to the dynastic rule in Amethi.
अभी तो सदन चल रहा है, संसद चलेगा। मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि कांग्रेस और समाजवादी मिलकर संसद में एक प्रस्ताव पास कर दें कि गांधी फैमिली के खिलाफ कोई चुनाव नहीं लड़ेगा, जैसे वो नहीं लड़ते हैं, उनके खिलाफ कोई बोलेगा नहीं, अन्यथा हम अंडे फेंकवाएंगे, अन्यथा हम गुंडे भेजेंगे, अन्यथा हम लाठी चलवाएंगे, हम पत्थर चलवाएंगे, हम गोली मार देंगे। अगर वो ऐसा एक पास कर दें संविधान संशोधन, तो मुझे भी सुविधा हो जाएगी, देश को भी सुविधा हो जाएगी। अन्यथा तो हम तो कफन बांध के निकले हैं, अब उन्हें जो करना है वो करें।
एक आखिरी सवाल, और क्राउड पुलर अप है, ऑडियंस आपके प्रोटेस्ट पे आती है, अभी कैसा एक्सपीरियंस है जो आप अमेठी जा रहे हैं, और दूसरा क्या ये ऑडियंस वोट्स में तब्दील होंगे?
अमेठी को तय करना है, मैं तो कहां लड़ने वाला हूं, मैं तो सामान्य आदमी हूं, वो बहुत बड़े युवराज हैं। अमेठी चाहेगी तो इस राजवंश से मुक्ति पालेगी। ये जो अहंकार इनका है कि हमने तुम्हें ऐसा ही बना के रखा और तुम हमें जिताओगे, हमने ठेकेदार छोड़ दिए हैं, ना कोई दिल्ली से आएगा बचाने, ना लखनऊ से बचाने के लिए आएगा,
बन पाएंगे?
वो तो अमेठी तय करेगी। हारना जीतना महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है, महत्वपूर्ण यह है कि आपने वंशवाद और भ्रष्टाचार को चुनौती दी।
And this high-profile Congress leader, who faced a massive drubbing at the hands of the Aam Aadmi Party recently, dismissed any possibility of Rahul losing to the debutants.
The BJP says that it's their announcement of Narendra Modi that has prevented Rahul Gandhi's name from being announced as prime ministerial candidate. Some people say that Aam Aadmi Party is a new threat for the Congress nationally. So Rahul is avoiding a Modi-Kejriwal-Rahul fight. What is your view on this?
No, certainly not. We are going by what our standards are. Others can be greedy about power and assume power, even when it hasn't come to them. If Mr. Narendra Modi and his party think and have declared him the prime ministerial candidate, we have a counter question to ask: have you won the election? First, let us win the election, whoever wins it, and then let them select.
Ever since his announcement as party vice president, Rahul Gandhi has slowly but surely emerged from the shadows. Be it his public disapproval of the ordinance to protect convicted politicians, or his stand on the Adarsh report, or Anna Hazare's stamp of approval on the Lokpal bill, or even demanding from the government right here on stage at Talkatore Stadium that the number of subsidized cylinders be increased from 9 to 12. However, in the backdrop of Congress's plummeting ratings as well as the rise of Aam Aadmi Party and Narendra Modi, is it too little, too late?
Rahul Gandhi and his strategists are unperturbed. They are clearly moving ahead with several anti-corruption bills as its first target, heading into a busy election season.
अगले 3 महीनों में क्या करना है? अगले 3 महीनों में क्या करना है? मैंने आपसे भ्रष्टाचार की बात की, लोकपाल बिल लाए, आरटीआई लाए, 6 बिल है पार्लियामेंट में, पूरा दम लगा दो, पास करवाना है, हिंदुस्तान के लिए पास कराना है। और मैं आपको बता दूं, विपक्ष के लोग नहीं करना चाहते। जब भी हम ये बात उठाते हैं, उस साइड से शांति होती है, कुछ सुनाई नहीं देता है। ये नहीं कराना चाहते हैं, खड़े हो जाओ, लड़ जाओ, इन 6 बिलों को आप पास करो। सोच है, ये सोच हमारे दिल में है।
For Rahul, the road ahead is rocky. He may have been at his comfortable best addressing his workers, but the real challenge lies in addressing the concerns of the nation going to polls in a few months.